Well, again, I'm not interested in the contradiction. I'm interested in your values. There's
Okay.
something about consent that seems really important to you, and I'm interested in if you can just kind of
Yeah, I
flesh
think. Well, I think if it felt like it was two people engaging in something, even if it was a secret, it was still something that we were doing together, which negated maybe sort of the wrongness of it, in
Okay,
my
right.
mind.
Right. So even though there were other conflicts you had with the behavior, there's something important to you about the fact that all of this sexual activity was consensual. The person you were having sexual activity with was also consenting to this sexual activity.
Yeah,
That seems important to you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Have you
think.
ever been concerned about not fulfilling that?
Well, I mean, when I'm paying, when I'm paying, even when I say prostitutes, it was not it like I didn't find one on a street corner, or it was in Amsterdam. So there was, even that felt a little bit consensual, because it felt like, oh, it's legal over here. So
Yeah.
it's not, so, and
I want to introduce a word to you because it's a word we talk a lot about here when you meet with me. So I'm just going to
okay,
introduce you to another word. We talk about consent here, and we also talk about exploitation.
okay,
That when you actually have sex with another adult, and it sounds like they've always been adults. I don't hear you referring to anybody that's been a minor, or you can consider.
no, yeah, no, it's never been that.
Right, right. Listen, can you hear the tone of your voice? It's like, you are absolutely clear about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so but the sex with these other adults, it's always been consensual. And yet, when it's legal, it sounds like that also helped you think it was less exploitive.
yeah, yeah. It didn't feel like I was taking advantage of any situation or
Yeah,
person.
taking advantage is a way of saying exploitation, right? So
Yeah,
this also seems important to you. When you were involved in paying for sex, there was something important to you about kind of minimizing the risk that you were exploiting this person that you were paying for sex.
yeah, yeah. I think.
It's one of those breaths again.
I think they're happening whenever I'm taking in something that you've thrown out and just sort of trying to process it.
Okay,
I think.
what's it like for you to hear that? That not wanting to be exploitive of people you pay for sex has been important to you, even though it's contradicted all sorts of other things.
Well, I don't ever want to. I never wanted to feel like I'm taking advantage of somebody.
Ah,
I,
what's that like for you to know?
in what sense? How
That
do you
those
mean?
are your values. You don't want to take advantage of people. I know there's problems you're here to work on, but I don't know what's it like
Yeah.
to say that. Does it
Well,
sound
I
like you?
I think, like, I try to think that I'm a good person, right? And while I do these things, and I know that, like, I can watch Mad Men and I can see Don Draper, like, have all these extramarital affairs and make judgments based on that person and think, like, oh, he's a bad guy doing all that stuff. It it's still a disconnect for me, because it feels like, well, I'm not doing something bad, because it is something that, even when I'm doing it, or even when I'm having an affair, or it's not, it doesn't feel abusive or negative, because it you can cover it up with the word, we're being passionate, or we're pushing the boundaries of our sexuality
And
because
what's
we're.
the it you're covering up? You can cover it up by being passionate.